Friends. So, if you're new here and you're seeing my face and listening to my voice, my name is B. Hi, welcome. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. Then you already know how this goes. I wanted to do a quick little cute little two-pile pick a pile situation. I want to refer to this as like pick a mystery, but it's gonna be like romance edition, obviously, because it's Venus Day. So it is June 27th. Happy Cancer season. It is Friday on Venus Day, and it is storming. So like, sorry if you hear the storm outside or whatever. But yeah, I wanted to definitely come do a quick little wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. I was in the mood to do some Venus Day messages, so this is just where we're at with it. Okay, like, share, subscribe. Comment below if this resonated, of course. Subscribe, join our family. Everything you need to know about me, where to find me, you can find in the description box. And I am open for personal readings. If you see me talking with my hands a little extra, I really like my nails. Because I really hated this last set that I had on, but I really like my nails. So, it's giving some something. I think it's really, really girly. I like the little 3D water imprint and all of this stuff. So I feel like I still left the nail salon nitpicking, but I'm happy. I'm really just nitpicking to be picking, but I'm really happy with my nails. So if you see me talking with my hands, mind your business. Just, tell me my nails look real, real cute and stuff and all of that. Okay. So I'm gonna insert somewhere along this video, the up close video. I took an up close video of my phone, of the piles, so that way you can kind of really get into them. Of course, make sure you pause, take 3 deep breaths or whatever works for you in order to pick a pile. If you nosy like me, then shit, watch both of them. But if you are seriously just, trying to get intuitive messages, then definitely make sure you use your intuition and your discernment for what to definitely pick. You'll have 3 different options to kind of help you pick which pile resonates the most with you. um Again, if it don't apply, let it fly. Okay, don't force nothing. And yeah, don't confuse yourself. All of my messages are meant to confirm whatever you're feeling and or thinking. It is not meant to trigger you and or confuse you. If any given point you feel like you are triggered, maybe click off, come back to it later after you feel grounded, or maybe don't come back to it at all. Okay, not to be rude, just saying. All right, so yeah, gonna insert this video in 3, 2, 1. Okay, friends, so here is our pick a pile option, pile 1 and then pile 2. So I've set out some like little dating question game cards just to kind of spice it up so we can have different things to pick from. And then I picked an oracle from my specific deck, so that way we can kind of, again, spice it up. So the oracle card for pile 1 is Higher Perspective, that I pulled from my deck with my face on it. And the we're not really strangers question that I pulled is, what's the most attractive thing I do without realizing it? Okay. For pile 2, Lack of Attention, okay, is the oracle card that came out. And thank you for helping me realize blank about myself. Both cards are, interestingly enough, about realizing something, whether realizing or not realizing, helping me realize, or something I don't realize. So I don't think that's a coincidence, just because I literally like randomly pulled both of these from the deck. I didn't even look at it, didn't shuffle, didn't even like handle it much. But again, this is pile 1. I'm going to intuitively reach for a crystal. So just in case if you need a third confirmation, the cat eye crystal, cat eye quartz, is here. Okay, for pile number 1, going to intuitively reach for another one. Let's see how long it takes me before I find one. All right, and rose quartz. So just in case you needed a third confirmation, okay? Thank you for helping me realize blank about myself. Rose quartz, okay, and the raw crystal stone. I accidentally got some ink over it, so mind your business when it comes to that. And lack of attention, okay? Here we have the cat eye quartz. We have what's the most attractive thing I do without realizing it, and higher perspective, okay? Feel free to pause to kind of channel, take a deep breath if you need to, and figure out which pile belongs to you. Okay, so if you've gotten this far, then obviously you've picked pile 1, which means you resonated with the cat eyes court. So pretty and shiny, right? And the what's the most attractive thing I do without realizing it card, along with resonating with the higher perspective card. Okay, maybe some of you guys are just now getting a higher perspective, but again, we'll kind of jump into some things to see what's up. The higher perspective card does give me, though, that someone is either trying to or has eventually seen the higher perspective of things. Okay. Um, I'll even say with the higher perspective card, if this isn't you, this could be someone you're cross watching about. If you're single, then this could be someone who, when they like come into your life, they'll help you really understand the higher perspective of a lot of different things. Okay. For some of you, you are single, you may not have anyone in your life right now. This could be someone who maybe just recently came in or is coming in, will come into your life, who will kind of help you see the bigger picture of things. Sometimes it's hard to see the higher perspective, to see the bigger picture, to remember what you do it all for, right? And sometimes we need people in our life who can help us do that. Okay. So let's jump into the cards we have. I have not looked at any of these cards, so it's gonna be a surprise to you, just like it's a surprise to me. I did pick some channel messages cards. So the first card here says, "Oh, how I wish you were here with me." Second card says, "I just feel like there's something missing from our connection. I've grown bored of our relationship. Text and call, okay, and let me take you out." Which is very interesting, right? When I get I've grown bored of our relationship, I know that can often mean a couple of things for me as a reader. Maybe if you're connecting with someone and you're hanging out, right, and you're like in each other's lives actively, this can definitely show up as simple as it sounds. I've grown bored with our relationship. But a lot of the times, I also take it, especially for people in separation, of I've grown bored of the separation. I've grown bored of not talking to you. I've grown bored of not having you in my life. So text and call coming right after it feels a lot like this might be someone from the past. There's I just feel like there's something missing from our connection, and I've grown bored of our connection. Again, if you're dealing with someone right now, this is a good time to check in with them and make sure, like, hey, are you still mentally here? Can is there anything I can do? Is there anything you can do? Like, do you feel like we should liven the relationship up? So if you're watching this and you currently are dealing with someone actively, this is a good time to have a progress report check in. I love to do them all the time, but this is a good time to have like a progress report check in of like, are you good? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you're connecting with people, you forget to really connect with people. Sometimes when you're connecting with people, you forget or you're not mindful of the fact that the person you're connecting with probably isn't the best at being the most upfront about how they feel. And even though person watching, that's it's not your job to carry the baggage of that and the weight of that. Grown motherfuckers need to learn how to communicate, right? But this is also something to be mindful of. So, are you dealing with someone who maybe doesn't know how to always communicate exactly what the issue is? Maybe you need to check in with them and say, "Hey, are you good? How's the relationship for you?" You know what I'm saying? Like, take that shit like a Uber Lyft ride, or like a first date. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers be like, "Are you good? How's everything? Good? Thumbs up, cool. All right, bet. We're still rolling." You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a good time to do that. For some of you who haven't done that, this is a good time to do that. Right? For others of you where you're not dealing with anyone, this can just be someone you used to deal with, and it's like, okay, I've grown bored of not having you in my life. There's something missing from our connection, aka you, person watching, right? So for some of you where this applies, don't be surprised, especially because, yeah. And as I'm circling back around, I'm reminded of this card. Oh, how I wish you were here with me. So yeah, like I said, I feel like that's pretty much on brand. For some of you, this is my separation pile. You are separated from someone. I feel like this separation might actually be helping someone see the higher perspective in a lot of things, but I also feel like you guys can expect a text or a call. Okay, especially with this let me take you out card. Let me take you out makes me feel like this is someone who not only is in separation from you, but they're really over the separation. They're ready to reconnect again. They feel like something is missing from the connection, and I feel like it is you. It is the actual connecting part of the connection that's missing, and someone wants to actually communicate. So if you are in separation, like no contact, y'all don't call, text each other, expect for somebody to like randomly call you or randomly reach out. This definitely feels like someone who wants to like do something though, hang out with you, go out with you, right? As I continue to steamroll through this though, I think it makes more sense that you got this card. What's the most attractive thing that I do without realizing it? This makes me feel like this person is having a lot of realizations since you guys have separated. I'm just a messenger, hands up, don't shoot. Right? But this is someone who feels like they're realizing a lot of stuff. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they even want to come back and ask you, like, what's something that I do without realizing it. This also makes me feel like someone who might want to change with the higher perspective card. So, this higher perspective card could also indicate someone who is trying to see the bigger picture, someone who wants to see the bigger picture. Maybe person watching, maybe you're the person who maybe can bring the bigger picture to them, and they want to talk to you about it. They want to understand, they want to heal, they want to know what is it that I do without realizing it. It could be the most attractive thing, but this intuitively I'm picking up, they really don't even just want to know what's the most attractive thing. They want to know what is it that they do without realizing it, period, because someone is trying to now aim to see the higher perspective of things. They're no longer placing blame. They're no longer making excuses for what they do or how they do it. This is someone who wants to be told about themselves. Yeah, Pluto down at the bottom of the deck as a transformation card. So this is someone who wants to change. This is someone who wants to evolve. This is someone who wants to like cleanse out what was, right? 555 could be a number you see a lot, could be a number they see often, but it is a number of transformation, just as Pluto is the planet of transformation, death, and rebirth. A lot of people kind of hear that and then get worried. Oh my God, does that mean I'm gonna die? No, but that means that a part of you, a piece of you, the way you're living, a pattern that you've clung to all this time has to die, has to go. That doesn't mean you're literally gonna pass away, like write your will right now type shit. That just means whatever you're doing, whoever you are right now in this moment today as you're watching this, probably ain't gonna work. And if this isn't you person watching, then this is someone that you have on your mind, whoever they are right now today in this moment, as far as the relationship goes, is not gonna work. If this is you wanting this change, person watching, you're being advised to think about the higher perspective. Think about your higher self. Are you right now today in alignment with who you would consider your higher self to be? And if this isn't you, then this is the person that's on your mind. And again, they could either already be trying to be that, or maybe they need to strive a little harder to kind of get in this energy where it's like, okay, but are you living in your truth? Are you living as your highest self? There's something missing from the connection. I've grown bored of our relationship. Let me take you out. But maybe there's something with this person. Maybe there's something with you, person watching, to where something still needs to be worked on. You can want them with you all day, all night long. Oh, how I wish you were here. That's cool. But until something changes, until push come to shove, until some shit kind of give, I mean, we still gonna be exactly where we at, are we not? The Pluto card here has renewal, basic instincts, motivation, personal power, evolution, okay, cycles, death, rebirth, suspicion, obsession, intensity, clearing, and extremes. I just heard, are you willing to go to the extremes to clear out what needs to be cleared out? What's the most attractive thing that you do without realizing it? And honestly, I was just about to read that as what's something you do without realizing it. Person watching, this is a great time to ask yourself that when it comes to love. And if this isn't you, this is a good time to ask yourself that about whoever you're thinking about. What's something that they do without realizing it? What's maybe a blind spot for them? Can you, if you ain't the person who need work, can you also be a conduit of change for this person? If transformation is here, how are you aiding in that transformation, or are you stifling them, and are you keeping them the same? Are you excusing their bullshit, their bad behaviors? You know that the person that you are thinking about don't treat you the way that you want to be treated, but see, you just be happy to be around and shit. Like, no, that's not how this works. Not at all. But it really just depends on how you're going to operate this and how you decide to move, person watching, as you operate this. You have the seventh chakra, or the, what is it, sixth chakra? You have the sixth chakra, which is the third eye chakra. You have goddess of the moon here. You have attachment here. You have indecision as the next card out. You have happy family, and you have all tied up. Don't allow the attachment to keep you stuck for some of you. Don't allow the attachment to keep you stuck for some of you. Don't allow the attachment to keep you stuck for some of you. For some of you, you already know intuitively what you need to be doing. Your third eye is already on point, goddess of the moon. So again, you are very intuitive. You probably even wake up in the middle of the night already having shit on your mind. Wake up in, like, pay attention to that person watching. You wake up around 2 to 4 o'clock in the morning. Wake up. That is divine intervention. You're up around that time for a reason. This is the time for you to sit up in your bed, turn your nightlight on, and say, God, what's up? What's up? What you wanted to talk about? What you got to, what I need to know right now. Your intuition is what's going to tell you. Maybe you're the one who wants this person back, but maybe you still trying to transform. This is a good time for you to be up thinking about, okay, what do I need to know? What do I need to, what guidance is happening right now? Maybe this is somebody else. Maybe they want to come back to you, and that's all fine and dandy, person watching. But don't invite people back into your life who haven't necessarily proven to you that they've changed, that they're ready, that they're serious. Because all you're going to do is get yourself right back stuck. You have all tied up here. You have attachment. She is chained to this post. You do not want to keep yourself chained to anybody or anything. I didn't even notice that there's two fives in this card. The attachment card has a five at the top. All tied up is 23 and the five at the top. I did just say that fives are indicative of transformation. So again, there's a lot changing right now, person watching, for this, for my power ones. There's a lot transforming when it comes to your love life. Whether it be you're transforming, or the people you attract are transforming, or maybe you're in a particular relationship and it's time to transform it. Are you communicating to your person? Like I said, maybe some of y'all are in relationships, or maybe you're the one in relationships where you like, I don't really exactly be telling my person, because I'm the total opposite. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. I'm not leaving you no room to guesstimate or none of that shit. You're going to know exactly what I'm thinking. You're going to know exactly how I'm feeling. Quite honestly, I want to know how you thinking and feeling too. Right? But for a lot of you, again, these attachments will keep you indecisive. For some of you, you know that you need to be walking away from somebody. Give a damn how much they wish you was there. You already know intuitively, this doesn't benefit me. This won't help me. This will only drain me. This person hasn't healed. This person hasn't changed. But see, because you're still attached to them, attached to the hopefulness that you'll have a happy family, you all tied up and shit, to where you're not really allowing these changes to come in. You keep going back to it. You're a little indecisive. Do I stick with the person? Do I leave? Do I, says person watching? And it's like, you need to really think about what's helping you. What is something that you're doing, person watching, that you're not realizing it? Does it involve being stagnant and stuck and indecisive on motherfuckers that you know aren't worth your time, energy, love, consideration, nurture, or none of that shit? This is a good time to really think about that. Just because you feel like maybe something missing from a connection, or because something's missing from your life, or just because you bored. I've grown bored with our relationship also makes me feel like, person power ones, don't go back to shit just because you're bored. This isn't the time to be doing that. but you bored and shit, you know what I'm saying? Love life seem a little dull, so now you just kind of want to go back to what is familiar. That would not benefit you at all. What do we have here? The Ace of Wands is reversed. We have the Knight of Wands, which is here. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have the Two of Wands, which is here also. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the King of Wands, which is reverse. We have the Three of Wands, which is reverse. A lot of Wands cards. Ten of Wands is here. And then the World card. The World card being the last card here makes me feel like, especially next to this Ten of Wands, make me feel like Power Ones, if there is any baggage that you need to wrap up with past people, past parties, maybe it ain't even past individuals. Maybe you like, man, be fuck them. I don't want them back anyway. This could be your own baggage as it's pertaining to your relationships, and you could be carrying it over into your new ones. And that's also keeping you indecisive. You need to wrap that cycle up, love. You have to wrap it. For some of you, you need to see the higher perspective of why you went through everything that you went through, why you had to endure everything that you endured, so it can transform you. Maybe a lot of you, again, you're a little still standoffish, you're a little still hesitant or whatever. Some of you aren't taking initiative on what it is you really want. Some of you are really concealing and hiding and lying about what you really, really feel. A lot of you are trying to move forward, but you're a little stuck. A lot of wands cards, so it's a lot of energy behind taking action, a lot of passion, a lot of impulse energy, but it's like, again, you need to see the higher perspective. For some of you, either you're still stuck on an ex or an ex is still stuck on you. Whether or not you really want them back or you just still carrying the baggage from the past relationship, regardless, it has to be released. It has to. It's not helping you. For some of you, you're not releasing it. The attachment is still because you're not seeing a higher perspective. You're not understanding the lesson that all of this was supposed to teach you. You just still thinking about how much you really miss them, though. Yeah, I'm seeing vultures. Don't vultures eat the animals, eat the carcass of the animal when it's dead? So this make me feel like, child, this ain't even just a freshly dead situation. This make me feel like, yeah, I'm hearing like maggot food, like whatever connection you still trying to hold on to, or maybe if it ain't you person watching, like I said, maybe they trying to hold on to you, child. Whoever trying to hold on to whoever, it's like making sure that that shit really dead. Like the vultures can have it, the maggots can have it, the coyotes can have it at this point. It's done. Like Knight of Wands next to this Ace of Wands reverse. The Ace of Wands was reverse's first card out. This make me feel like, yeah, you might still have passion for them. I mean, well, might still have passion and stuff for them, Knight of Wands, but you're not gonna get any new energy. Ace of Wands is reversed, but the Knight of Wands is the messenger. So it's like, yeah, you can take action. Yeah, you can take them back. Yeah, you can maybe explore and see where it goes. Maybe you're the one wanting to go back to an ex person watching and you're really, really tempted, but it's like, it's not going to help you. It's not, you're not going to get no new energy. You're not going to get no new sex. You're not going to get no new passion. Like, it's all the same shit that you done been had. And for a lot of you, again, this is kind of keeping you from fully committing. For some of you, like that, I said, it feels split. Some of you, there's like, you tempted to go back to something old. For others of you, this isn't anything old, but it's like as you try to move forward, you're impaired or like you're blocked from moving forward. It's like you're still kind of stuck a little bit at a crossroads. Knight of Wands next to this Four of Wands, Five of Wands energy is giving conflict, obstacles. Maybe there's some obstacles in the way. But this Four of Wands energy is about harmony. So it's reversed. It gives me disharmony, disarray. Like maybe you're not really fully in harmony within yourself. Making sure per power one that you're not moving forward against your own internal will. If you still grieve in a relationship, grieve. This isn't the time to be trying to use somebody, get up under somebody to forget about somebody else. That's not going to help you either. But then again, for some of you, I'm seeing this indecision is because you might want to be moving on, but it's like you stopping yourself. So again, take it for how it resonates. Use your intuition though. Okay, you have Goddess of the Moon and third eye chakra is here. Release this attachment that you have to whatever this is, the past, this particular person. Okay. Again, what's the most attractive thing I do without realizing it? That also makes me feel like, again, there's like a level of subconscious attachment. Somebody's not realizing something. And like I said, it's interesting that both piles kind of have that, but it's like someone's not realizing something. Someone's not understanding something. You might be the one not realizing it because you're not seeing it from a higher perspective. Maybe the person that you cross watching for isn't realizing something because they aren't seeing something from a higher perspective. Ultimately, though, change and transformation is inevitable. Pile one is what I'm getting. So whether it's you still stuck on somebody or they still stuck on you and you trying to move on, maybe you trying to move on but you still stuck at what had happened in the past and you ain't really let that go yet for real. So it's like you trying to move on to better things, but then you still bringing the baggage of the past with you. Regardless, though, some changes have to be had. It's up to you to figure out what these changes are and how you're going to change them in order to come out on the other side victorious. But this feels much more subconscious than conscious. This feels much more, you're not realizing it. You're not realizing you still holding on. You're not realizing you still waiting for this ex. You're not realizing that you still want this ex and that you want to reach out. You still not realizing that even though you don't want the ex and you damp them and block them on everything, that you still carrying a level of like hurt and baggage and anger and bitterness that you're now bringing into new connections. I am getting the energy though that someone from the past does want to reach out, but whether or not you want to connect with them is your business. And like I said before, this is a great time to use your discernment, okay? Because things, detours, shifts, and everything else like that is happening. You could maybe want a family with them, but you need to make sure that they are right and in alignment in order to have a family with you. Thank you again so much, Power One. I really appreciate it. If you've gotten this far for watching my channel, thank you so much. Um, I'll see you over on the next video. Like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if this resonated. Or if all else fails, I'll see you over on Power Two. Bye. Hi, Power Two. So if you're here, you clicked on the rose quartz crystal with all my fucking ink on it. The thank you for helping me realize blank about myself card and the lack of attention card. Okay, so similar to Pile One, I would say that this feels like someone from the past. This doesn't feel like Pile One. Sort of, maybe, kind of, sort of felt like someone that you might have maybe just met, but most of the energy felt like someone from the past. This energy also feels like someone from the past. I feel like lack of attention and thank you for helping me realize blank was very like obviously from the past. Um, mm, This makes me feel like someone who's watching you. Let me start there. Lack of attention is here with this person checking in their phone. So this makes me feel like someone who not only is not in your life anymore, but also might kind of just be keeping tabs on you. Um this connection might have been like a really important one to them in just the sense of like helping you grow, helping you understand things about yourself, helping you understand like your role in the world, right? So you have water signs, you have things left unsaid slash secrets, you have telepathy, you have abandonment issues, and you have memories. Okay, so water signs being here, this could be, or you could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They could have this in their chart, or this can also very much be okay, if you're not a water sign and they can have water in their chart, this could be someone who is just genuinely emotional. Not to just stereotype as water signs as all emotional, but they are ruled by water, right? Regardless of if they consider themselves emotional or not, they happen to be very in tune with their emotions. or had the ability to be, right? So this makes me feel like if this isn't a water sign energy, if you're not a water sign energy, this feels like someone who might just have a lot of emotion that's left unsaid, a lot of emotional things left unsaid, a lot of secrets, a lot of just like stones left unturned is what I'm hearing. But you also might share a telepathic connection with them. So if you already resonate with this and you're like, I know exactly who this is, remember that again, a lot of what you feel isn't what like isn't yours, I guess is what I'm trying to say. A lot of what you feel isn't yours. A lot of what you feel is, rooted in telepathy. A lot of what you feel is rooted in what they might be feeling and you're picking up on it. Okay, this could be especially true for feelings of abandonment, where if you feel like maybe this person left you or whatever, apply it for how it resonates. This could again not be, that was weird, my ear just you could definitely be thinking about it or picking up on their energy. Okay, not only just abandonment issues, but you also could be picking up on the memories. Maybe you guys have a lot of memories together, so if you randomly start kind of having flashbacks or randomly start having memories of like times that you and this person were together, it could not even be you, it could actually be them. You know, I guess that makes sense too. With thank you for helping me realize X about myself, blank about myself, because memories would give me someone's like nostalgic. Someone is thinking back. Someone is remembering times. Um, what is that? A Michael Jackson song? Do you remember the time? So yeah, it's kind of giving like there's a lot that's been unsaid. How to whether you didn't say it or whether this is someone you're inquiring about and they have a lot that they left unsaid to you. You could be picking up on it telepathically though. But I definitely feel like whoever you're inquiring about is the one that has a lack of attention. You could be not paying any attention to them. You could even know that they're watching your socials and still not paying any attention to them. Like I know I do it all the time. I know that my person definitely be watching me. Uh I don't want this person back at all. But I know that they be watching me. I know that they kind of keep tabs. I know that they, whatever. Um, so I guess if there is any telepathic abandonment, you know what I'm saying? I guess I can kind of easily pick up on it because, yeah, I'm not paying any attention to this person. Like, I don't really intend to pay any attention to them. Trine is here, the flow card. So again, a lot of you could maybe just be in flow. I'm hearing go with the flow also when it comes to your romantic life. Not in regards to this specific person, but I feel like just in regards to your romantic life in general. Okay, don't be afraid to go with the flow. Don't be afraid to really kind of see where things go. Allow harmonious energies to come in. Kind of really try the spirit by the spirit. You know what I'm saying? I think it's interesting that water is in this card and we have water signs here. So again, there could be a double emphasis on water signs. Maybe you're not a water sign. Maybe some of you need to get around water. Maybe that'll kind of help you also. Okay, but this is a good time to kind of just allow things to flow. Okay, I wouldn't when in this pile. I'll say I wouldn't really do too much. Okay, this person's already watching you. They already seem like they kind of down bad and going through it. Whoever this is, there's a lot of secrets and again things that left unsaid. Okay, I feel like there is a level of abandonment with this person, but I feel like right now they just kind of on the sidelines and they just watching. So if there were any advice, I feel like just kind of flow with it. I wouldn't necessarily like try to block them or like you know what I'm saying, spaz out. I would just kind of chill and just play it cool. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of what this gives a little bit. Man holding a coin is here. We do have anxiety here. We do have woman holding a coin here. We do have woman holding a heart here. And we do have the world. The world card being reversed is interesting. In power one, it was not reversed. So that was a clear indication that something is over, things are over. The world card here is reversed. This makes me feel like maybe for some of you, something isn't over. For some of you, there is like a matching pair, maybe a soulmate kind of situation going on here. And then there is someone else. For some of you, you are both. For some of you, you are both. Okay, for some of you, like as a masculine, if you're cross watching for a masculine, maybe you are a masculine. There's two women here, woman holding a coin, woman holding a heart. So for some of you, maybe again, there's like a level of anxiety here when it comes to picking and choosing. For others of you, like I said, you are the woman holding a coin and the woman holding a heart. You're the same person. But it's like this person that is interested in you doesn't want things to be over, right? The world card is reversed. I feel like there's some anxiety on you still maintaining woman holding a heart as the woman holding a coin. When you're just a woman holding a coin, that's one thing. But a woman holding a heart is a totally different thing, right? Now you're not just about your money, your finances, stability. You're about love, you're nurturing, you're unconditional, right? Someone doesn't want that to be over. I'm picking that up very, very heavy. Someone even could be telepathically communicating to you. So be very careful about that. But someone is also trying to flow with things. So I feel like whoever this is that doesn't necessarily want things to be over for things to be done, this makes me feel like they're also trying to like ease their way into it. Yeah, it's like they're trying to ease their way into it, but they don't want like to fumble is what I'm getting. Where it's like, okay, woman holding a coin, man holding a coin. I literally just heard we was always both hustlers. So again, maybe money isn't the issue, but maybe it's like, okay, I know person watching they about their paper. Like I know they about their money. They're very stable, not only just in their energy, but in their material possessions and their emotions, right? But then it's like when it comes to women holding a heart, I'm trying to kind of ease my way. I gotta ease my way. Like I keep seeing like lubricant. So it's like I gotta like ease my way, like shimmy shift my way, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Down to this person's like heart space. I feel like the issue though, person watching, if they do successfully kind of get in contact with you, I feel like you're not gonna be interested in letting it flow. And I mean, I'm not here to tell you that's a right or a wrong thing. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. We have the Queen of Wands here. We have the Wheel reversed. We have the Four of Pentacles here also. We have the Justice card. We have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Five of Wands. Okay, King of Pentacles with the man holding a coin, I think is very interesting. So, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Okay, someone's definitely focused on their finances. Seven of Wands is here though, which is someone trying to defend their stance, but it's reversed. This makes me feel like this is someone who really isn't trying to defend their stance just yet. This is someone who's still just watching and lurking with the lack of attention card. This is someone who's still just kind of sitting by the sidelines. They still just watching. They haven't really made any move yet. Like I said, this is someone who's trying to kind of ease their way into it. So they haven't necessarily started fighting to defend themselves yet. To be completely honest with you, Pal, too, I feel like they don't really have like a step-by-step process, to be honest. Uh, Ten of Pentacles is about home life, family, stability, yes, but it's also about the practicality of the thing. Ten of Cups can very much be about the fantasy. Oh, we're gonna get married and we're gonna do this, and oh, we just have such a wonderful life together. That doesn't really, that's not really the same thing with Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is the practicality, but again, it's reversed. So it's not just the fantasy of the white picket fence and the happy life and the happy wife. It's the play by play of how are we going to put this together? What are we going to do? Okay, we want to get married. Around what time? How much is that going to cost? What is our bank account looking like right now? How much am I gonna have to be putting into that to make sure that I marry this? You know what I'm saying? Like it's the real legitimacy of it, right? Someone doesn't really have like a real plan. Someone doesn't hasn't come to defend their stance yet. You could be watching them a little bit person watching just as much as they're watching you, but you're also observing how nothing has moved forward. And until something moves forward, person watching, it feels like you're not really interested in really giving a whole lot of energy to it. Look how he's kind of holding that pinnacle in his hand, right? It kind of seems a little like, okay, now before I give you this, wait, let me let me check my textbook real quick just before so I can make sure I can loan it to you, right? And so it kind of seems like a little like stingy energy, a little bit like trying to keep things close to the chest. So I do feel like you might be playing things very close to the chest when it comes to this person, regardless of if you're in communication or not. I do feel like things are being played close to the chest. I do feel like there's a level of anxiety between the both of you too. Also, to be completely honest, I feel like not only is this person kind of a little nervous of how to win you back, I feel like you're a little nervous to kind of let them back in. Justice card is here, so I do feel like this person has romance and commitment on the brain. This is about reconciling. Okay, but this King of Pentacles feels very like I don't want to argue is what the thing is. It feels very like I don't want to argue. I just want to talk about the things that was left unsaid and then maybe we can kiss and make up after that. I do feel like there's a lot unsaid. I do feel like there is a lot, like I said, this a lot that this person is realizing. I think the lack of attention is helping them realize it. I think the lack of you being in their life is helping them realize it, and I think it's causing some anxiety. I think it's kind of really putting it on their mind and on their plate of like, so how are you going to do this? What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? They could feel abandoned by you if you're the one who left. But I mean, it's on them to really think about how they want to do it and what they're going to do. I do feel like they don't want to be like left out in the cold. I am seeing that though. They don't want to be left out in the cold by you, person watching. But it's also, I mean, they don't really like, I don't know, this person doesn't have a real plan. I feel like person watching this, you here with this Queen of Wands, where you know your power, you know your worth, you know what you deserve. You're not taking no for an answer, and you wish a motherfucker would breathe wrong, so you can really kind of put them in their place. This feels like someone who isn't making a wrong decision, but they're not making a right one either. They're not making any decisions. It's like they're trying to baby step their way into it, but that doesn't always work. You know what I mean? So that has been your reading. Thank you so much for checking us out and getting this far along with it. Like, share, subscribe, leave some comments. I am open for personal readings, so check down below in the description box if you would like a personal reading or yourself. And yeah, I'm Audi 5000. Thank you so much for just tuning into my channel. And until next time, I'll see you over on the next video. Bye.